everyone? Zeddy here again today with another review. We're going through, there's so many cards revealed, and I'm actually pretty under the weather, so we're gonna power through this whatever cold thing I have. Hopefully it's nothing serious. I think I'm doing all right. But a quick reminder, as always, we're doing a giveaway. I want everyone to have a chance to enter on this video. Linked in the description below. Like the video, comment down below with all these amazing people, subscribe to the channel, and you have a chance to win a golden mega bundle as well as 2 pre-orders out of my pocket. But anyways, enough of the hard sell. Let's take a look at some pretty cool cards. So we have the Mage Colossal Legendary. Mech Mage is back and better than ever. I don't know, who knows, but we got Gaia the Tectonic. It's an 8 mana 5/7 mech. After a friendly mech attacks, deal 1 damage to all enemies. So that goes face, and well, it summons 2 Gaia drills. There are 3 mana 2/3 rush minions, which, you know, they have rush, so they get to attack immediately as long as there's something on the board, which will deal basically a consecration since you have 2 of them. If you're playing other mechs that are on the board and they attack after you play Gaia and it's on the board, it will deal more damage. And if Gaia lives or these live, it pushes more damage. Kind of reminiscent. A lot of these, I find that a lot of these Colossals remind me of old Dr. Boom. You get an immediate board presence, you got to answer it, and it gives you defensive capabilities. Or in this case, you have a defensive and aggressive capabilities. So could work in a big, like, I don't know if it's like a mech mage or just a big spell mage. You could just play this. It's like a standalone minion that could help protect you, and you can have that refined spell pool for your Dawn Grasp hero card. So overall, I think it's a good card. I just don't know, obviously, where it fits. We've seen one other mech for Mage, that 3 mech that's like Spider Tank that shuffles another mech card into your deck. I don't know how good that is and how well it'll work with this. But I'd be surprised if this doesn't see play in some more, like I said, a mid-range or like a bigger mage deck. I don't think it's going into some aggressive mech mage deck, but maybe in Wild again, where you're Mech Warper and Snow Chugga, all that stuff. Maybe it works out, but I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5 in Standard, an optimistic 3 out of 5. I think these Colossal cards are super rad. I really like them. And in Wild, it's 8 mana, even though it's got some proactive stuff. Unless it costs 1 mana off Pocket Galaxy, it's probably not worth it. And if you'll notice, this Colossal, it doesn't even work with like Bran or like Barista either. It's on a battle cry. So yeah, really cool card. I think the Colossals are wicked. I hope they work out, and I cannot wait to see them fully animated and all that stuff. It's cool, like the full artwork is split into these pieces. It's gonna look amazing on the board. And then we have a couple of Druid cards. We have Miracle Growth. This is a 7 mana nature spell. So this can work with an Anacondra. You play Alignment, you play Anacondra, and a Miracle Growth, it's 0 mana. How fun is that? But even as this is a standalone card, it's 7 mana, draw 3 cards, and then you summon a plant with taunt and stats equal to your hand size. It's a Kelp Creeper. It was a sleeper. And yeah, so this counts the stats after you draw the card. So let's say you have 4 cards in your hand, you play Miracle Growth, that takes 1 away because you played it, but then you get 6 in your hand. You have 7 mana, draw 3, get a 6/6 taunt. It's a pretty good Ancient of Lore. Is that good in 2023 Hearthstone? Or 2022, I'm a year ahead of myself already. I don't know. Like, you play Guff into this, right? You play Guff on 5, you have 7 mana, you play Miracle Growth, you fill your hand, you get a taunt. That's pretty good. If you're in trouble, you play Scales of Onyxia. That's not bad, but this has to go into a big Druid deck, a big spell Druid deck that just, the ramp isn't there. We have to see if they get better ramp or more ramp or what. All they have right now is Guff, Wild Growth, and Nourish, if those are staying in the core set. So it seems like an underwhelming card, but the thing you got to look at with like the bigger Druid decks right now, they don't have good card draw options other than Guff. Guess the Weight is leaving. They're losing Fungal Fortunes as well. A lot of key card draw cards are gone. The only good one is like Composting, which is 2 mana and is more for aggro. So I don't know. We'll see. I think it sees play. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 in Standard for those big Druid decks because they just don't really have the draw. I'm just relying solely on Guff. Isn't great, and you get a defensive option. You get a taunt with this, and that's pretty relevant. And if you got a full hand, you could get a 10/10 taunt and draw 3 cards, right? Like, it's not terrible. It's just not a sexy card, but I think Druid needs it in Standard. In Wild, you have way better draw options. You have way better survivability options. I cannot see this team play in Wild unless it's purely in a scam alignment deck there where you would utilize that. So, and I think Overflow is probably just better than that anyways. It kind of fills the same purpose. So I'll give this a 2 out of 5 in Wild. I don't think it makes the cut, but I think a lot of people think it's probably garbage for Standard, and I don't think it's that bad. I think Druid does need that help for those archetypes. And then we have Hedra the Heretic. This is another Druid legendary, so we know both Druid legendaries. We already saw the Colossal, and this is a Naga, so we have another Naga in the game. It's a 7 mana 4/5 minion battle cry. For each spell you've cast while holding this, summon a minion of that spell's cost. So basically you get a full board of stuff. If this has been in your hand for quite a while, you've played a bunch of stuff, you play that last 7 mana card, you'll get a 7 drop. This card just seems bad. Druid legendaries, honestly, on average are terrible. You look at the history of Druid legendaries, most of them suck. They just do, unless they're like a hero card or a weapon. They're not great. You have your exceptions with like Aviana and Kuhn. You have the exceptions, but they're usually not that good. Like even in the current ramp Druid you're playing now in Standard, it's all like neutral big boys, and then you have Guff to support it, right? Like, and this is like a really good board sweep if it's in your hand, but it's a terrible top deck. And you have to build this up, and then you need a good board buff for it. And currently, Standard, there's like nothing. We're losing Arbor Up. We're losing Survival of the Fittest. We have Sow the Seeds. We have like the Pride's Fury, and that's it. I'm assuming there'll probably be something more for it, but standalone card, taking a look at it right now, I don't think it's very good. Again, it has to be in your hand, and you have to juice it. So I'm going to give this a 2. I could arguably almost say it's a 1 out of 5. I think it's kind of that bad, but if it ends up being good, it's an insane board presence, big swoop, but you already have that like Onyxia scales or Scales of Onyxia. I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5 in Standard. It probably should be a 1. In Wild, it's definitely a 1. You're not wasting your time with it, but yeah, Druid keeps up with the tradition of a pretty lackluster legendary minion. And lastly, we have the Warrior Colossal Legendary Beast. Oh no, it's pirate based. Raid the docks. Let's take a look. So we have Nelly, the Great Thresher. It is a 7 mana 5/5 beast, which then summons 1 Colossal, which is a 5 mana 2/6 pirate ship with taunt and death rattle. And basically the Colossal has the battle cry of discover 3 pirates to crew Nelly's ship. So I'm guessing you can discover any standard pirate, which could be a Mr. Smite and a Mr. Smite and a Mr. Smite, because it's 3 separate options. And then Taunt, Death Rattle, add these pirates to your hand. They cost 1. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, are we having a Zeddy rant? Are we getting 3 smites for 1 mana? Is that how it's going to work? Yeah, this card seems really terrifying in Pirate Warrior. It is 7 mana, it is a legendary, and you're already kind of dying to the Juggernaut. However, if you can't complete your quest, this card is going to get you there, or it's just going to give you insane value and you're going to murder your opponent. I am terrified of this card. We all know how ridiculous Raid the Docks is and how it's somewhat struggling in Standard, and when you give it insane support like this, I don't know what else it goes into. A Control Warrior? I don't know, but yes, it says you get 3 separate, you're able to find a smite or 2. Oh my, okay, I'm trying to contain myself, but why, Blizzard? Why do we need more pirate support? Why are they so in love with Pirate Warrior? Oh my god. In Wild, this is probably too slow, not super relevant. I'll give it a 2 there, but in Standard, this thing terrifies the living crap out of me, where your discover options are going to be slim. There's not going to be that many pirates in Standard unless they make a bunch, which I don't think they are, and I think this is a 4 to 5 star card in Standard Pirate Warrior, and I just wish they're not supporting that crap anymore, but they are, and I am just why Blizzard? Why? I really hope I'm wrong with this one, or that it's not frustrating and problematic, but my god. And just alone, it's a 7 mana 7/11 in stats. Oh, are they sponsored by 7-Eleven? With a Taunt, Death Rattle. You can silence this, you can transform it, so there is that. But other than that, holy crap, Pirate Warrior, thankfully, might be coming back to standard, said some Blizzard dev somewhere that is obsessed with Pirate Warriors. So there you go. That's the latest reviews. We'll have one early tomorrow morning. You'll want to tune in for that. And I, for one, welcome our Pirate Warrior overlords. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends. I really am not going to have a problem with that right now.